Okay, I'll move on with the program now. We'll be talking about the Super Falcons, and before that, you guys can actually talk to us on Twitter and on Facebook. What do you think about Super Falcons preparations for the African Senior Women's Championship? It's going to be starting November 19th of this month, and yesterday they had their first test match against Eaglet. Eaglet happens to be a boys team, and they lost that game 4-2. But two of the key players, Chema Wogo, Rivers Angels player, and also Francisca Odega from Washington Spirit in the US, both of them scoring for the Super Falcons. Now the boys had to come from a goal down to beat them. Talk to us on Twitter, on Facebook. What do you think about Super Falcons preparations? And I know those of you want to talk about your team, especially Arsenal. I mean, Mesut Ozil goal. What will you describe that goal as? I'm still trying to, come to terms with his composure and the way he actually took that last goal that gave them the victory against Ludogorets. And of course, Manchester City. Pep Guardiola seems to have gotten something better over Manchester City, over Barcelona after what happened, at Camp Nou in the first leg. Talk to us on Twitter and on Facebook using the various mechanisms and the handle on your screen. Okay, now we're talking about the Super Falcons in the game yesterday. Their first tune-up game. The second one is going to be against the Falcons. Yeah. That's tomorrow, November 3rd. And this one, it's more like it's a test game. They lost fine, but they played against boys. Tayo?
Yeah, Cecilia. I mean, it is. It's better than nothing. Okay. Okay, it's better than nothing. It should have been. The Falcons playing against another country, to actually ascertain how ready they are. But they played against Eagles Net. They lost. Hopefully, the coach, Florence Magbemi, is saying the weaknesses that she needs to work on. But we're going to talk to her today. Okay. She's going to tell us a lot more about preparations for the African Women's Championship.
Yeah. Good morning, Florence. Welcome to the program.
Hello, I can hear you on the background, please.
Okay. Good morning, Coach. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Okay, the Super Falcons, your first test game. How did you assess the performance of the players?
We are still in the process of trying to get the team for Cameroon. We only have the home-based players who should working on for the past couple of days now. We are still expecting the professional team. So the one we had yesterday was just like a scrimmage, was just like a tune-up game to assess the home-based players we have. We try to make sure we use everyone yesterday, the 24 of them in camp. So we try to give them their minutes so we can be able to assess them.
Okay, you'll be playing the Falcons, tomorrow. From what we've seen, you've seen so far, definitely there are some key players that you think will definitely make your team. How much improvement do you think the team will need? With
the time we have, we want to work with the time limit we have. Hopefully this week when we get the couple of them are coming in, and we are trying to blend the home game and the few ones because we have 3 professionals in. But so far so good. The ones that came in, they are in a good shape, and we're just trying to get a team. So the ones, like you said, the key ones we have on the team right now, they are few, and most of the new ones we invited, we are trying to assess them to see how they can fit in with the regulars we have on ground.
Okay. Coach, the 3 professionals in camp, can we have their names?
And we have the Bere Ungozi. Then we have Francisca Odega and Esther Sunday.
Okay. And the others, when are they expected to come to camp? Is there a deadline for them?
Hopefully we're expecting before the end of first week of November, like today is 2nd, by on the 8th, we're expecting everyone, 7, 8.
Okay, when they arrive, will they still have opportunity to play another test game? Because that would be important for the girls to have their final preparations before going to Cameroon.
Yeah, we already have a couple friendly games set up. The boys and the female teams. The ones that are coming here, we'll definitely have a game for them, so we can be able to assess them at the same time with the home-based players.
Would there be anyone against any country at all, whether in Africa or anywhere, before the game?
Currently, we only have the local friendly game. So we're looking forward, if we have other ones before we travel to Cameroon, we'll take it. But for now, we only have the local friendly games.
Have you been able to talk to Nigerian Football Federation, just ask them if they can actually give you girls that? Because I've spoke with most of your former players and they said, look, it is actually key, for Falcons to play against other countries because that's going to help them since female football is actually growing very well in Africa.
I believe the federation knows best, but at the same time, with the time limit we have, we are in November already. So if we can have anyone in, and if they can give us anyone, we'll take it. But for now, we just want to focus on what we have now.
Okay, lastly, before I let you go, Coach, I mean, it's going to be Ghana, Mali, and Kenya. These are the opponents you'll be facing in Cameroon. How much do you know about these teams, I mean, in terms of the scouting reports on your opponents?
We're familiar with the Ghanaian team because even during my playing days, we've been playing against the Ghanaian team, so we know what to expect. They are a very good side. And the Falcons have been playing against Mali, and the newcomer in the group, which is Kenya. We had their reports as regards to their games and how they qualified to get to Cameroon. So with this information we have, we're still looking forward to see if we can get a couple of their tapes before we travel. But we've been monitoring their progress with their qualifying series.
Okay, hopefully the girls get to do something better. Now, let me ask my final question before you go. I mean, Chioma Wogu, I spoke with her when, you know, the Super Falcons qualified for the Africa Women's Championship. She said she hasn't been scoring, that there was something you told her. So she has started scoring. And yesterday's game, she scored against, you know, the boys that your team played against. What did you actually tell this girl for her to start scoring?
It's just something you want to work with the whole group. The attacking group. It's just that Chioma Wogu is playing very well, but we still want her to get to a different level with her scoring ability. Not only her, those that are playing in the attacking third. Because as a striker, you know, most of the things that are expected from you, from the coaching crew, is for you to, after doing a lot of stuff, you want to finish up with a good by scoring. You know, so but she's doing that, but we still want more. Not only her. A couple of them that we used yesterday, I think they are new to the team, and she's trying to fit in well with them. But when we have the full team, most of the players that she played along with during the qualifying series, I think they will have a better understanding and coordination up front. But the young ones and the new ones we have on the team, we're still in the process of trying to give them so they can have a better understanding. But like you said, she's in a good shape, and we want her to get to a different level.
Okay, hopefully all the girls get to put up the best performance they can, and you get to pick the best team for Cameroon. And of course, the Super Falcons go ahead to do us proud. Thank you so much for taking our time to talk to us this morning.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's a pleasure.
Okay, well, like the team in high spirit, but then a good friendly would have been there. I love what she said. She said, look, the federation, they know what to do. I mean, if they want to organize this, they can. But, you know, there's no money. That's the syndrome. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, Sissy, the foreign-based players that are coming as well too. Yeah. She said they will be coming, you know, by the end of the week, and they can
have a test game also.
Yeah. Well, that's not certain yet. So I'm just wondering if there's enough time, you know, to actually, you know, get them to achieve that necessary cohesion with the team that you have on ground at the moment. It's a bit, I mean, the time is really against this particular team right now. I don't know, Sissy. It helps that the Super Falcons are like, you know, giants of Africa when it comes to women's football. So that's already an advantage. Perhaps, you know, they will have to draw, you know, on the experience, you know, to actually do well at this competition, because in terms of the preparations, for me, it can be a lot better.
Yeah, it can be a lot better, much better. But it's a good one. I mean, she's going ahead, just ring the ones you can, play the ones available, and get to be ready for it. But if you look at other countries like Kenya has been playing friendly games. All the teams have been playing friendly games. Cameroon and the other teams have qualified for this championship. And you're wondering, you know, the giants of Africa, Super Falcons, the best, you know, team in Africa, and of course the best team in the world right now. Where are they? You keep asking the question, and it tells you that, hey, look, women's football is growing, but in Nigeria, it's really not growing at all. I think we need to actually do more. You know, give more to these girls. I learned that yesterday they had this you know, training with the girls, you know, education and sports and everything. Sometimes when the rewards comes in, it helps the girls, you know. Once the rewards start coming in, it helps the girls. If they can actually work on that and see how they can develop the game, we'll definitely have better Super Falcons. Not just a better Super Falcons, you have a team that can go to the big stage, and not just Giants of Africa, I mean Pride of Africa, but then go on to the big stage and do something better. Falconets also preparing for the World Championship Papua New Guinea, and they are going, that tournament is starting on the 13th. So Falcons are obviously going to be leaving soon. And maybe after tomorrow's game, the coach will be able to pick up his final list and they will be ready for that tournament. If Nigerian Football Federation can just make funds available for these girls, they can do so much more than we'll expect them to do. Okay, now, talking about Manchester City now, right? Wow, it's going to be huge, right?
Oh. What a win. What a win it was on Cecilia. I mean, 3-1 ended, just in case, you know, you didn't watch that match and for whatever reason, Manchester City beat Barcelona by 3-1, and it could have been a lot more, actually, Cecilia. And I'll just say they deserve to win that game. You know, I've seen a couple of people, you know, trying to give excuses for why Barcelona lost the game. Okay, yeah, they lost. There was no Gerard Piqué, there was no Jordi Alba, and there was no Andres Iniesta. I mean, those three guys, you know, when you take them out of the team, surely you're going to feel their absence. But apart from that, come on, let's give credit to Manchester City. I mean, especially when they went to go down, and it could have gone downhill from there, but they showed great character to come back. The equalizer, you know, before halftime, very, very crucial, and they just built on it, you know, on resumption of play. Kevin De Bruyne, what a player. I mean, whenever he plays City, you know, play. It's as simple as that. You know, scored a fantastic free kick against, you know, Ter Stegen in goal. And Cecilia, for me, I think it's well deserved.
Vindication for him, right? Yeah,
I don't know about vindication. I mean, it is well deserved. There's no doubt about it. And Pep Guardiola is a very happy man this morning, and you can understand why he's over the moon. He's never beaten Barcelona before, even when he was coach of Bayern.
Yeah.
So, yeah, congratulations to Pep Guardiola. And we'll go on a quick break now. We'll come back and talk a lot more about the Champions League as well as other games that were played last night. Stay with us.